Hey guys, it's Pursuing Bunnies!
And we're back with Jisei. And maybe I will calm down on the commentary a little bit. Maybe.
Maybe, it's okay.
I'll try. I'll try not to be super irritating.
Alright, so we're just gonna jump back into this. We were just discovered touching a dead body because, you know.
We're a moron.
Yep. A woman is standing behind me, staring in horror at the dead body lying on the restroom floor. I didn't... Wait! I sigh and hang my head. This isn't going to end well, then again, it never does.
Okay, so what we already know
kid,
is that he
move away from the
knows that it's not going to end well, so why did he do it?
I don't know. Teenager? Probably explains everything.
Do you actually know how old he is? I mean,
Young enough to be called kid.
Well, yeah, but we are probably young enough that if this person saw us doing something, they'd be like, hey, you kid! Then again, we'd look.
We look younger than we are.
It's so hurtful when people think that I'm 18 and I'm like, I'm 23.
I had one of my coworkers, like one of the new employees at the place I work, ask me how old I am, and I'm like, 23. And she's like, oh.
I always like to ask people how old they think I am, because I'm still hoping at some point they'll be like, oh, probably in your 20s. It still hasn't happened, but I can be hopeful.
You know, one day when we're like 40 and old, and we'll
one day we'll appreciate this. People keep saying that. Anyway,
right now it's still annoying.
I'm
okay.
sorry, you guys. I told you I was going to try and be less irritating, and then I didn't.
We just got off on a bunny trail here. Okay.
Bunnies.
Sorry, that's... Okay. A man strides briskly down the hallway towards me. His voice and demeanor are sharp, fluid, and commanding. Even without the uniform, it's obvious he's some sort of man of the law. Considering what he's wearing, I'd guess a police officer. Sorry, officer, I promise I didn't move anything. He looks surprised.
Officer?
Oh, you're not? Sorry, my dad was a police officer and you look kind of like him. I mean,
like,
you carry yourself in the same
he
way.
looks exactly like a police officer. I mean, look at what he's wearing.
Like...
There are stars. I mean, like, this... I mean, not necessarily like what a police officer, like, wears on duty, but this does feel exactly like what you would see a police officer wearing.
Yeah. Like, exactly.
And he's over here like, how'd you know?
Scratch his head.
Your dad was an officer? Which precinct?
He sounds skeptical. I guess I can't blame him. I don't remember. It was a while back, when we still lived in Los Angeles.
If you're gonna lie, then get better at it.
Yeah, like, no joke. Come on, if you're gonna, like, say your dad was a police officer, at least plan ahead and know what you're talking about. He raises a knowing eyebrow, as if he just caught me in a lie, but he doesn't comment on it.
I see. Well, why don't you come with me?
Sure. I follow the officer back into the main area of the shop. The woman who first saw me is standing by one of the tables looking shaken. The only other people in the shop are the girl who works here and a guy who looks like he's in college.
Random side note that there is like a theme of green going on here.
Oh my gosh! I had never noticed. Green. And kind of brown too.
Yeah,
She's got brown hair and brown.
What is this?
One moment while we analyze this art, she is the only one wearing blue. Bluish green eyes, and then...
Like his hair is kind of a bluish shade or a purplish shade.
Yeah, that's more
But I
purple.
think that the theme is mostly like a green and brown.
Like, there's green and brown in the background. What? Was this done on purpose?
I can't imagine it was done on accident, but I'm not sure that it actually, like, implies anything. It may just be, like, an aesthetic.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Sorry, we just got
Excuse
really
me,
distracted.
everyone. I'd like your attention for a moment.
Because, I mean, clearly he's not wearing green, and I feel like that's kind of to set him apart as being the officer.
Probably. We are overanalyzing this game to, like, the max here.
I'm Detective Mikolaj Gursky.
See, you are an officer.
Yeah, see, we knew. And it's obvious, dude. The detective pauses for a moment. It looks like he's trying to choose his words carefully.
Unfortunately, a dead body has just been discovered on this premises.
What? But how? I mean, who?
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the situation yet. Because of this, I'm going to have to ask you all to stay here until the police come.
Until they come? You mean the police aren't here yet? What about you?
Tell me that
I'm
voice
technically
doesn't
not
suit
on
him
duty right
perfectly.
now,
Like,
I just
all
happen
of the
to be here.
voices, all of them.
Like, they did really good. And yes, I love this guy's voice. It's awesome and
I also love
amazing.
his character design. He's so cute.
He's adorable. Okay.
I see.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak with each of you separately for just a little bit.
Guess who gets to go first?
It'll help move the investigation along if I can start collecting information now. Is that okay?
Sure. Anything to help.
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yes. It's fine.
What about you, kid?
As if I have a choice? It's fine with me.
It's usually
Right.
best to just go
And we'll
with
start
it.
with you.
Yeah.
Come with me, please.
Detective Gursky motions for me to follow him to the hallway away from the rest of the coffee shop. As we walk down the hallway, I can't help but stare at the body in the bathroom. Detective Gursky glances at me and gently kicks the door of the bathroom. It swings and bounces gently off the wall, closing with a soft thud.
He just, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how crime scenes are defined or anything, but I'm pretty sure he probably shouldn't have done that.
Maybe not.
It may not affect
How are you
the
feeling?
evidence. I don't really know. I've never really, looked into it, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to leave crime scenes as is.
Yeah. Oh well. Fine, I guess.
You just saw a dead body and you're fine?
Oops. He frowns at me.
Never mind. Let's just start with your name.
I'd rather not say.
Why not?
Because I'd rather not.
An officer of the law is asking you a question.
Then I plead the fifth.
The Fifth Amendment is only applicable to testifying under oath in a court of law or other tribunal.
Then I invoke my Miranda rights.
This kid knows what's up, which is suspicious, and the officer probably also realizes that it's suspicious that he knows all of these things, but
Yeah!
you
Wait.
should know your rights, though, guys. Know exactly what you do and do not have to say.
Yeah, it's just still suspicious that he does that to not say his name.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that you might not want to say, but I'm not sure why your name is one of them. Unless, of course, you've done something and you know that you're on the books as having done something.
Maybe we'll find out. Detective Gursky stares at me impassively. It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but I doubt he's pleased. Duh.
Fine, no name then. Why don't you tell me what happened today?
He's probably even if I find a way around this, he's gonna find another thing to be like, but I don't have to because of this law.
You mean about when I found the body?
Anything you think is pertinent?
Well, I came in here around noon today, ordered a coffee, drank it, then fell asleep.
You fell asleep after you drank a triple shot mocha latte?
He knows too much.
He does.
He was watching us.
Everything about everybody is suspiciousness here. How do you know what I drank? Detective Gursky nods at the empty cup on the table where I was sleeping.
Saw you snoozing when I came in. The mocha
Then why
latte
do you have to
checkbox is
question
checked
that he
off on the
was
side of the
sleeping,
cup,
then?
and the maroon sleeve around the cup is only used for triple shots.
Well, maybe Gursky thought that he fell asleep before drinking the coffee.
I don't know. I think it's suspicious.
I think everything about this situation is suspicious.
I am a detective, you know.
And a serious one at that. He's even reading my drinks when he's off duty.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Well, I woke up about 10 minutes ago, I guess. Maybe less. Gursky glances at the clock on the wall.
And if he's
So
paying that
around
much attention to
2:40, you'd
us,
say.
then why do we have to tell him, like, that we got up and headed to the bathroom at X time?
Well, maybe he didn't see us go to the bathroom, but, I mean, trying to catch us in a lie.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, we were found with the body.
Probably.
We're the most suspicious person in this cafe right now.
It's entirely our own fault.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do have to take into consideration, and, you know, like, we don't know, but we don't apparently have a lack of memory, so what if we did something and we don't know it?
Oh my gosh. That'd be scary.
Yeah, isn't that scary? Like, that we did something and forgot about it? Who knows? Like, maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we're the murderer.
Maybe we're supposed to be suspicious.
Well, I guess so. I was just about to get another drink when I suddenly started to feel sick.
Ah, yes, I did see you looking a little ill when you were at the counter.
See, and he knows that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The girl at the counter told me I should go to the bathroom, and when I went, I saw the body lying there.
What were you doing in the women's bathroom?
Always the question to ask.
I like the face he makes when he's like, he looks like mortified.
Well, I mean, like, you have to kind of think, though, like, if someone were really sick, I mean, even aside from the door being open when we got there, but if you're feeling really, really sick,
You might not be paying attention to
you
which
may
bathroom
not
you're running
look.
into.
You may just go find the first place where I can do what I need to do.
Yeah. The door was already open. I saw her from the hallway.
Did you touch her?
We shouldn't have, and if we had made that choice, we wouldn't have.
Even if I say no, they'll probably find my prints on her anyway. Yes.
And why were you touching her?
I wanted to see if she was okay. I didn't know she was dead at the time. The detective nods understandably, but I doubt he believes me. Yeah, there's a knife sticking out of her chest.
Well, I mean, and I think we had this discussion, like, I think it was, like, on my way taking you home last time we did this.
Yeah.
But, you know, you could have something stabbed into you and
not be
still,
dead yet.
Because vital organs could have been missed.
Yeah.
Or actually, like, they say if something goes into your heart, like, what, you shouldn't pull it out because it only, like, kills you faster.
Yeah.
So, you know, in some ways, like, it's sort of a legitimate thought.
That's true.
Like, he could have been just checking. He wasn't, but he could have been. Like, you could make maybe a little bit of an argument.
Yeah, that could stand up. Any idiot could have seen the knife in that woman's chest from at least 10 feet away.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes. There is something weird about all this, but maybe I should keep it to myself for now.
I believe the decision we made last time is that I think there's something suspicious about this death.
Yeah, because I went over the video and watched it last time, which is how I realized our audio was bad. So we're just gonna go with this now. I think there's something suspicious about this death.
There's a dead woman with a knife in her chest. Suspicious goes without saying.
You just don't understand because you don't know she was suffocated.
Yeah.
But look at his face, like, it is a legitimate, like, duh.
And I mean, like, we could have gotten away with not saying that, and literally they would have found out she was suffocated because, you know, they have to do an autopsy and they'd see, oh, she wasn't really bleeding to death. She died of asphyxiation.
Also, why didn't he notice there wasn't enough blood? He's a detective.
Right. Maybe he did and he's just not letting it on.
Maybe, I don't know.
He could be smarter than he is leading us to believe.
Detective
But
Gursky,
what makes you think this is
please
suspicious?
be legit.
Please be legit.
And also not the murderer. That would be helpful to us. Also, the other thing we discussed last time was, like, you know, so based on this game, you know the murderer has to be here somewhere or is going to show up at some point very soon, because what would be the point of this if, like, if the murderer
Right.
weren't here?
This is also we're analyzing things
Once
again, by the way.
So, like, I'm sort of like, okay, so there's a murderer about. So the obvious thing to do is to make sure you're never alone.
Yeah.
So, you know, especially if, you know, there's a chance that they're actually, like, just sporadically murdering people as opposed to, you know, this was a one person that they were planning to murder or something. We don't know at this point.
Yeah.
But so, you know, we don't want to pair off. Like, that would be a horrible idea. Now, we don't know if we're going to pair off or not at this point, but, like, pairing off would be really bad for us because, you know, with our luck, we'd get stuck with a murderer and they would try to suffocate us in the bathroom.
Or like the kitchen or somewhere else. We'd go off around a corner and then we'd be dead.
Exactly. So that's just my thought, is please let us not get paired off with the murderer.
Right. And on that note, that is all for this time. Thank you so much for watching.
Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye guys!